PNC, America's Black News Channel. Watch us on all major cable providers and major streaming platforms. Finally, news that speaks to us.
Russia's invasion is destroying Ukraine. More than 3 million people have fled Ukraine into neighboring Europe, but today, the Biden administration announced the United States will pitch in, admitting 100,000 Ukrainian refugees into the country. The administration would also provide $1 billion in humanitarian aid for European allies dealing with the surge of refugees. According to the White House, Ukrainians will be received in the United States through, quote, the full range of legal pathways. They'll prioritize the most at-risk Ukrainians, members of the LGBTQ community, people with medical needs, journalists, dissidents of Putin. But let's be clear, this is the right thing to do. But the helping hand for Ukrainian refugees is in sharp contrast to how we treat others fleeing the conflict, including from the war zone we were part of. Since the Taliban retook Afghanistan in August, 80,000 Afghan refugees have been welcomed into the United States. Now, most of these Afghans were admitted under humanitarian parole, so not as illegal refugees, meaning their ability to remain in the United States is entirely contingent about Biden extending temporary status every 18 months. The Department of Homeland Security recently instructed border agents to exempt Ukrainians on a case-by-case basis from Title 42. That's the Trump-era border policy that the Biden administration still uses to expel, at our latest count, 1.2 million people. Those rejected under the Title 42 policy? More than 20,000 black migrants from Haiti. Haiti has also been devastated and ravaged by violence, but Haitians are still being deported under Title 42 today. According to a report released by Human Rights Watch, the United States has typically not given people returned to Haiti under Title 42 any opportunity to express fears of persecution or violence or to apply for asylum. This is in violation of international law. So how can the United States even begin to claim being a safe haven for the huddled masses yearning to breathe free when black and brown refugees are shown the door upon arrival? Joining me now to discuss is Dr. Clarence Lusane. He's professor of political science at Howard University. Professor, I'm glad that we could get you on the phone today. Human Rights Watch said more than 25,000 people were deported to Haiti in just 1 month. The United States was responsible for deporting 80% of the population that was trying to come to the U.S. shores. How do we maintain legitimacy on the world stage when we accept certain refugees, say the ones from Ukraine, but reject the ones in our own hemisphere?
So thank you for having me. And that is the central question. I would say one of the most indelible images from last year regarding this issue were the border guards who were on horses, who were riding and attacking Haitians who were down in Texas, who were trying to get refugee status or asylum status in the country. So that really kind of captures an attitude that when this announcement of the U.S. raising, or Biden administration wanting to bring 125,000 refugees in from Ukraine, black and brown people in this country certainly saw alarm bells go off. There needs to be a consistency, and that hasn't existed. And I think there's also tremendous disappointment in the Biden administration, because we know under Trump, what had already been a problem around refugees and people seeking assistance, particularly from the global South, became very urgent when the Trump administration put in new policies and new rules. And we know Trump's attitude. We know from one of his zillions of controversies that he said that why are people coming from what he called S-hole countries and not more people coming from like Norway or Sweden or some of those countries. So we see this attitude unfortunately being played out without using those words, but in actions with the Biden administration.
You know, you talk to people and they say that this is about defending democracy, standing up for democratic values on the world stage. Russia was also part of the attacks in Syria. The United States did not intervene militarily there. We have a democracy in Myanmar that was toppled by a military dictatorship. Just this week, the United States cited that that was a genocide. Again, no military intervention there. So why this rush to support the people of Ukraine?
So I would underscore there certainly is an urgent crisis in Ukraine. We see it every day. It's a horrific kind of war against a population that did not start this war. So there should be an international outcry and international assistance. But again, there needs to be consistency. And many of the people in Europe who did not want to bring in Syrians, for example, and we know that crisis, as you just mentioned, and others that are going on around the world have jumped to the front of the line to display how horrified they are and reaching out to help Ukrainians. So it's really incumbent to hold the Western countries and the U.S. In our situation to a standard that does not demarcate based on what people look like in people's background, because that clearly is the message that's coming across.
The United States mentioned that the Ukrainian refugees would be able to come in with any legal pathway. So who gets to be a refugee then, according to U.S. legal standards? Who actually is allowed to pursue these legal pathways, and who gets rejected?
Well, it's my understanding that Biden's discussion about bringing in Ukrainians would actually be outside the normal refugee system. The system as it's set up right now should be much more flexible in not only dealing with people who are refugees, people who are coming from crisis situations, but also asylum seekers. And for Haitians, for example, many of them are asylum seekers, and under international law, asylum seekers have to be taken in. And this is something that's been a big pushback from conservatives in this country who want to pretend that asylum seekers are somehow do not have that legal right. But under international law, they absolutely do. And so these exceptions could also be made for people coming from Haiti. They were made, for example, people coming from Cuba. And so we for decades have lived with that disparity where if you're Cuban and you get to this country, you're allowed to stay. If you're Haitian, you get to this country, you'll likely be put back on a plane.
And right, it comes down to these legal definitions. At the end of the day, these are all people who are fleeing conflict, who are fleeing crisis, leaving everything behind simply to find safety. Professor Lusane, in the 1 minute that we have together, what do you see is the next phase of this migration crisis for the United States?
Well, what's essential and what a lot of the immigration activists are calling for is to roll back immediately the Trump era policies that were put in place. Because what we're seeing is that the Biden administration, although Biden promised that there would be changes, and in fact, they're going to the courts and arguing under these Trump rules to prevent people from coming in or to deport people pretty rapidly. There also needs to be an increase in the number of refugees that are allowed in this country. There's no reason not to, particularly as we're moving out of the pandemic. So there's a lot of immediate changes that can be done by the administration, and that pressure needs to be put on them.
Dr. Clarence Lusane, professor of Howard University, thank you for joining us tonight.